Alright guys, here we go. So I am playing HELLBLADE, Senua's Sacrifice. It came out a few years ago, but it's been a game that has really touched me on a personal level, and if I ever tell someone, play this game, it is just amazing. And so I thought, even though I have finished it and platinumed it, I needed to make a video. So when I tell my friends, family, random people on the street, this is the PlayStation game you need to play, look on my page. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. The head. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this?
They're watching.
Why doesn't she know you're coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking?
It's in hell high. Look, up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Can you see them?
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
I can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it. Turn away. always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Alright guys, so that was a hell of a start to this game. Like, it's visually appealing, it's deep, you know, you have to give credit to the developers Ninja Theory and the engine Unreal Engine. Just credit to this game. For a PlayStation 4 game, it's beautiful, you know. The producer's name is Robert Brooker, and oh my god, anything these guys made, I would play again, just from this game. So, let's get into it, and I hope you enjoy this game as much as I have. Because even though I've played this once, I'm just loving it again.
Use your eyes. Come closer.
She can't focus.
Why can't she focus? Take a closer look, Senua.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
So this game focuses on a lot of mental health, which I love, and deep-seated within the Norse mythology.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. uncle was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you? I hear you. He's there, you know it. There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
They're
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
So, my job in this game is to find my husband's
Why
soul.
is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
He's already dead.
He's dead. But his soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul. She wants his soul to be at peace. She needs to lay him to rest. He's already dead. She can save him. There's nothing she can do. She's going to save him. Do you know where you
The
are?
bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
So I will say one thing, this game doesn't really let you run a lot of the time in the game, so it's forcing me to walk, which really isn't that much of a deal because you get to just observe the scenery, and it really is a breathtaking game. Alright, you'll see one of these stones coming up. They're part of one of the trophies in the game, but you need to collect all the rune stones.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
You're in danger. Don't stop. You can't.
So throughout the game you'll hear these voices, so I'm assuming that's why they use the mental health advisories. She must have schizophrenia or something like that. Most likely anxiety, things like that, which I love in this game. You'll hear a good voice and a negative voice, which will come to play further in the game.
Get down.
What's she waiting for?
And those runestones,
Why did she do that?
She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
so yeah, those stones will give a brief history of the world and the history of the Norse, which I personally love.
He's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next.
What is his name?
I will tell
I think he's a big actor.
my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain
I can
sight.
see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Focus and you'll see. What happens if you focus?
It's near. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
Alright, seeing there's a little mini game puzzle we've got to do out that'll happen throughout the game a lot more and more.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. It worked. Thank you. It's not safe.
In hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip.
Oh, I know you can slip and
You
fall in
can't
this.
just wish
You
things
go like
away.
juggle balancing your controller as you walk, or you will fall. Oh, there we go. Another rune
The world
stone.
of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Hel, or Hela as they call her in this, is also the daughter of Loki. Here's a little fun fact for you. It's actually quite interesting how many children Loki, the god of mischief, has.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here. resist anymore. Just give him back.
Okay, now we have the combat aspect of it. I don't mind the combat in this game. I quite enjoyed it, to be honest.
It's nearly over. Finish
I will not lose to these damn things. Die. Ooh.
Behind you.
See, there you go. The voices tell me when to dodge, when to be careful. Ooh. I love it.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
The dark rot will grow every time you fail. If Zora reaches Sana's head, the quest is over. And all progress will be lost. Permadeath, people. Permadeath.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian, to her soul.
Alright, here we
She
go,
has to
another
fight two gods
stone.
The
first.
Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south, ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the Northmen say that in the beginning, there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north,
Oops.
fiery
Sorry about
hot
that,
to
guys.
the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Alright, people, we know what to do. We have to defeat two gods before we can continue to seek out hell. Or Hella, however you prefer to say it. So, you saw the combat, you've seen that there's a lot of mental health aspects of this game. There's also puzzles, so this is what I come up to do now. I have to do a puzzle to further through this area. Unfortunately, the game can be a bit of a walking simulator, which is annoying. There's no run button.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of
Another
darkness,
stone.
and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Alright, let's keep going. Just wanted you to hear all what he had to say, because it's quite an interesting game, and the mythology behind it is amazing to listen to, or read up in your spare time.
Illusion hides the path to Valravan. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Alright, let's do this. Let's go up here. Now, I've played this game like a few times now to platinum it, and that's how much I love this game. So I do have a bit of a good memory of where I've got to go to do things. I'll try my best to not.
It's a door. Push it. Push it. Nothing will happen. Come on. Come on. She did it. She did it. She did it. Look. Something's different.
Ooh, look at that. The door is opened.
Can you see?
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? Once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
That's funny because a lot of people do say, I like that. They want to know what's behind the veil until they've seen it, and then they wish they'd never seen it.
She tried. Begged.
Odin's crows, ravens, looking around us.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Sometimes when you look in the darkness, something looks back. There we go, some action.
He's down. Finish it. Don't let them get behind you.
So you press L1 to dodge backwards, and you press X to dodge side to side.
Better fight him.
Kicking, stabbing, cutting. The creatures are pretty cool. After I played this game, I was so tempted
End it now. This is nearly the end.
to get a tattoo of one of them on me. Oh, hold on. Okay, and now we are able to run. It's been given it to us.
She will find what she's looking for.
Alright, another little puzzle.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Look how much it's changed.
Alright, let's get up there. We have to get up the top. Aha, here we go.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Oh, I did.
Something shifted.
I can't jump down. Because it's a not a very big game company, you can't expect everything from other games, but I can tell you right now, it's still a beautiful game. Anyway guys,
Feel it. It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
Alright guys, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you've liked this little video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and tell me if you think I should make more videos in the comments down below. And you should tell me what your favourite Norse god is in the comments down below. I hope to see you in the next video of Senua's sacrifice, because I know what happens and I hope you want to know the same thing. See you in the next video.